Hey, Cricket.
Better buy my big guns now, because you bet your ass your enemies will.
Let's see what you got.
Just think how damn good it'll feel holding one of the...
We should head over to the Nakano residence when we can. Find out what their case is about.
someone drop you on your head as a baby, or did you have to work to get this stupid? Son, did someone drop you on your head as a
they're gonna
baby,
have
or
to
did you have to work to get this stupid?
I could have handled myself.
Oh, I saw how you handle yourself, froze on the spot like a deer in headlights. If it weren't for me, you would have been cut up like a pig. Luckily, I've got Reba here to help me crack those crabs wide open. Isn't that right, girl?
Who's Reba? Are you talking about your gun?
She's not just a gun. She's top of the line. Best gun in the Commonwealth. Made her with my own two hands. Ah, where are my manners? Barney Road, commander of the Salem Volunteer Militia, at your service. I'm also the quartermaster, sergeant-at-arms, and scribes for all official meetings. Here's Reba, but you two already met when she saved your life.
Is it just the two of you? Where's everyone
It
else?
wasn't always just two of us. Now, I'd love to sit here gabbing all day like a couple of housewives, but we've got some work to do. And by we, I most definitely Before you showed up, the Mirelurks had been mostly quiet, and those that were a problem were quickly dispatched by my turret defense system. Since things had been quiet lately, I took the turrets offline to conserve ammunition. Obviously, they need to be reactivated. And that's your mission, soldier. I'm going to continue to hold down the home front while you go reactivate the turrets.
Sounds good.
Of course it sounds good. I'm a tactical genius. Smartest man in town, as a matter of fact. The turrets should be easy enough to find. They're up high in strategic locations around town. Just be careful. All your noise probably woke up more crabbies and other Mirelurks. The town could be crawling with them by now.
Barney.
You did it, didn't you? I could hear
Tell
that
me we don't
sweet,
need to
sweet
find
machine
something
gun
in
music
here,
all the way down
'cause that
here.
may take a
You
while.
almost caught me and Reba at once.
No problem, Barney. Glad to be of service.
Well, Reba and I appreciate it. We won't soon forget you. Now, about that reward. Here's a key to my workshop in the bunker. Reba, too, should be sitting on the table in there. I'd say you now, if you'll excuse me, I believe today is earmarked for some target practice. The Salem Volunteer Militia Net.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Sure, ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, there's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Why do you ask?
I just had a hard go with the transition myself. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the country. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe the massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Massacre of the CPG? What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own. A synth. The man killed every rep at the top. Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Why would you want to live among bigots like that?
Now, I couldn't really blame them, given the circumstances. But folks sure started turning the other cheek when I showed up with the mayor's daughter. Of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for... Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing. Just stumbled on a crying girl and took her home, and the mayor dubbed me a hero. Offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. Got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. Upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. About then, things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, long too. Story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving? travel alone. Nice to have someone watching.
Damn it! Come in! I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she? Where is my daughter?
You've been at this for hours. Stop. You need
She's out there, Ray. Someone.
I hope you don't mind. We let ourselves in.
Nick, thank God. You need to get to work right away. She could be hurt. She
Whoa,
could
whoa,
be.
slow down. Kenji, was it? Why did you go over the details with me and my partner?
Brought a
here?
partner? Good. The more eyes, the better.
So, what's the story with you and Nick?
Nick didn't tell you? Ran with him on one of his cases a few years back, searching for some sort of lost heirloom. He needed Things didn't end well. We were double-crossed by the client once we had what he was looking for. I still have some lead lodged into my
right.
hip.
Yeah, it's starting to come back to me. Sorry things ended
We
sour.
got out. That's all that mattered. And now you can return the favor by finding my daughter.
We're here to help. Tell us what happened.
It's all thanks to this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away
Or
from
maybe
us.
she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her own life.
She would have told us where she was going. She would have said something. I know my daughter is in danger. I can feel it. Find her, please.
Do you have any idea where she could have gone?
We know she took one of the boats, but that's all. She could be anywhere.
We'll find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is upstairs if that helps. And if you had any more questions about her, just
Don't
ask.
worry, Kenji. We'll get to the bottom of this. Just sit tight.
Mr. Nakano,
Did you have questions? About my daughter?
tell me more about this radio she was fixing.
I've tried to get that damn thing to work over and over again. But there's nothing. I thought she just wanted to strip it for parts or build a toaster out of it or something, like she usually does. Someone made contact with her, and then they took her. God, what kind of twisted psychopath has my daughter?
Anything more you can tell me about Kasumi? The smallest detail could be
I
important.
don't know what more to say. She's my little girl, and she doesn't know how dangerous this world is. I never should have let her grandfather teach her how to fix these machines.
Her grandfather? He taught her how to fix the radio?
Ever since she was old enough to walk, yes. Her grandfather had an ear for machines. Kasumi picked up the knack, passed away recently. He used to scavenge the ruins in the south for parts. I kept telling him he was getting too old.
Why did your daughter really leave? Your wife says she left on her own, but you said it was
I
kidnappers.
know it was kidnappers. Kasumi is a smart girl, but she doesn't know how horrible people can be. Not like me. Why would she just leave her family with no explanation? Someone tricked her. Got her to leave the safety of home. Every minute we aren't looking for my daughter, her life is in jeopardy.
No more questions right now.
Work quickly, Detective.
Mrs. Nakano,
I suppose you have questions about my daughter.
I'd like to know more about Kasumi. Might shine a light on where she's
My
going.
daughter is strong, focused, careful. That's how I know she's still alive. Why would she leave without telling us? Maybe we... No, never mind. I don't want to waste your time.
Every detail is important, Mrs. Nakano. Don't hold
It's
back.
just that we've been fighting a lot more. All of us. Ever since Kasumi's grandfather passed away. He was the only one that could really talk to her. Kenji and I don't understand machines, but those two could work together for hours. She started staying in her grandfather's boathouse late into the night. I thought she was just trying to cope with the loss, but now I wonder what she was up to.
Tell me more about this radio your daughter was working
I
on.
remember Kasumi was very excited about it. I figured she was secretly trying to make contact with Diamond City or another settlement. We're pretty isolated out here. She only has us for company, and Kenji can be overprotective.
Every detail is important, Mrs. Nakano. Don't hold back.
It's just that we've been fighting a lot more. All of us. Ever since Kasumi's grandfather passed away. He was the only one that could really talk to her. Kenji and I don't understand machines, but those two could work together for hours. She started staying in her grandfather's boathouse late into the night. I thought she was just trying to cope with the loss, but now I wonder what she was up to.
You and your husband don't seem to agree about why your daughter left.
We both want to find her. The world out there isn't a place where you want to be alone. Kenji still sees her swaddled in diapers. He doesn't see a young woman with her own decisions to make. Maybe because it's more frightening. She wasn't tricked into leaving without telling us. That was her choice. She didn't want us to follow. Why?
Nothing else right now.
Like, this is Kasumi's room. Let's see if she left any clues about where she went. Hidden key, huh? Good work. Gotta find whatever it unlocks.
Project log? Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but God. The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal from up there. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synthetic people, made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I've always felt off, like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then there are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go to meet these synths. I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Far Harbor. I can make my way to them from there.
so, the daughter takes off by boat. But more importantly, there's a colony of synths up near this farm. We need a way to get there. Let's go talk to Kenji. He knows the waters better than anyone. We better tell Kenji about where his daughter ran off to.
Excuse me, Mr. Nakano.
Have you finished your investigation? Did you find anything?
I need to ask you an important question. Are you sure your daughter
What
is
kind
human?
of question is that? Why are you asking?
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far
She
Harbor.
went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. There's no time to waste. You have to go after her.
Wait, did you find out why she left, Detective? Who she was speaking
What does
to?
it matter?
Because I know my daughter, and if she didn't tell us where she went, then she had a reason. Don't you want to know if she wants to be found?
You're right, Detective. Did you find any clue to why Kasumi left home?
Your daughter made contact with a group of synths. She thinks she's one of them.
That's crazy.
She's not a sin. She's our daughter. We raised her. I gave birth to her. She's flesh and blood, not a synthetic.
Maybe your daughter is just confused. Having an identity crisis.
Oh God. Does she even think we're still her parents?
This is what I was afraid of. Someone twisting my daughter's mind. You have to get to Far Harbor. Take my ship on the dock. It has a guidance system, a final gift from my father, and it's built for distance.
I'll get to the bottom of this, Kenji.
Thank you. I know you haven't asked for a payment, and we can't offer much. But here, please take it. I insist. For expenses.
I know
for
it'll be
the
hard
ends.
waiting for word, but try to carry on like normal. We'll be back as soon as we can.